Is this working? Either way, let's run that commercial. And that is working. Now that's running. Okay, I made my 1 cent. I made my 1 cent. I'm done. That's the whole stream. That's the lucrative part of the stream. That one commercial for one person. I roll to get rid of the pre-rolls. Actually, I'm looking for my slippers. Guess what? I got cold feet, and I like them steamy. I like these steamy and warm, because my socks, as you can tell, they are very much worn out and transparent. So this does not isolate by itself, as you can imagine. Now I got about 30 minutes maybe, if I'm unfortunate, and so far I don't feel very fortunate and so blessed. About 30 minutes. I can't be fucked to turn the lights on for that. But it's not so bad, even if it's 30 minutes. It's unfortunate I cannot do more, but for this game, I think 30 minutes is a generous attention span. So, here we go. Let's go for 30 fucking minutes. Because then I have to earn money, actual money, not just advertisement money that sits in Basil's pocket. Until I make $50 at some point one day. You're right. Paper Tree is the best lurker a streamer could want. Loyal, most loyal of lurkers. I got too tired. I mean, I mostly got simps that chat a lot. But you are a lurker that comes back. I got simps that are very active. Then I got semi-simps. They show up once in a while, but then there's you. You are that guy. Oh, you're often there. Very often there. Quietly. Approving and nodding. This guy knows. This guy's got it. This guy's got it. He's got the streamer bone. I made some oh, is the game updated? God, I need mods that actually know how to do this better. No, it's not updated. I will do it during a very, very long loading time of the game. I will do it. And I have a couple of things to talk about. Which version of the game is this? This doesn't seem like the right version of the game. See, I have 2 versions of The Sims now, and I'll talk about it in a moment. I've actually got 3 versions. They are different snapshots of the state of the game. Because I felt like it was going downhill already a while ago. I mean, it's always been going downhill, but just checking my work mail. One eye on my work mail. See if anyone just wants to fucking cancel already. So I've been asking my students, do you guys want a quiz for tonight? You can mail in instead of a class. And one cunt responded, I want to have the class and mail in the quiz. No. Well, this one cunt can do that. It's fine. He will get feedback like this. Sure. If that keeps him happy. That was the wrong Sims 4 version anyway. That was the one Sims 4 version. I'm gonna do the real one. Time for the real alternate universe, because I'm always just doing the alternate universe stuff while I'm on the stream. In the main universe is really just renaming Sims, reorganizing some relationships, maybe moving around a couple of houses and putting a new wallpaper on uh, someone's toilet. You know, the important things that are biblical canon about my guys. In this version, I plan on, see, here it is. Nothing's happening. Hello? Now that is a clean UI, everyone. I'm very sorry for this. If you have like sensitive eyes like I do, this must be very painful. I don't know why it's pulling this shit. Full screen, that's why. That will do. Full screen was bait and switch. Hey, look. It's got... Should I have the cursor in this screen? Maybe. Maybe for The Sims 4 it is better to have the cursor on, huh? Because then I can hover over things and be like, look at this cunt. Let's go. See, I got this here. And I'm not interested in anything related to legacy family, stuff like that. So, starting legacies or baby challenges and having infants and crawling around and taking shits everywhere. Nope. So I don't really need this. Nor am I very interested in the new world, which looks like a monumental waste of hard drive space. So I do have it for this, just to, if in case I want to check something out into So Chaos. I don't really need it in my main game. It will break more than it can do good. Then here we got an interesting preview of some. Let's have a good look at this. Some massive shoes. So that kind of should tell you what I've been doing, what I've been up to. And today I'm just going to make a screenshot with these massive shoes. Honestly, I just basically what I did was, how do I explain this? I used a size mod, but I tuned it to be less plausible. I kind of went into the mod and just threw around some cog wheels and went in with some wrenches and a sledgehammer. Then it turned into this. It was very much cling, clang, clang, bang, bang, and this came out. Yeah. I broke it in a good way, in a good interesting way that makes them really walk like Attack on Titans if you allow them to walk. But I can also make the guys pose, and then they're just cool, big dudes. Which is very funny, of course, because they like have very big feet. They could step on their own houses and stuff. It's funny stuff. It's funny stuff, guys. Hilarious. It's comedy gold. I'm gonna get to start because this fucking takes as long as the time I got. If only one more bastard would just say, I prefer the quiz, I don't want the class, I could continue streaming. Because now I just have one person that wants the quiz, one person that wants the class and the quiz. So something I have an issue with in this update of the game that is 1.96, it came around, I think it's the March update, maybe it was the February one. Who fucking cared about the February one? What did they add? Scars and stuff? I'm already scarred from playing this game. Something they added was this. So even worlds you don't have installed show up. To rub it in you don't have them. I don't mind that, as I think it's very aggressive advertising, but aside from that, it creates a lot of clutter, and it inspires a physical revulsion in me when things are not neat and organized. So I had to, for my main installation, for my own save file, I had to go dig up a hard drive, downgrade the whole game, and I thankfully had a backup of all my mods. I had a backup of the most recent save file before I updated, and I had apparently a backup of the game from January, which is as good, which is the last time I updated it before this. So now there is no more Batu showing up in my game in the main version, and Sun Sequoia, that one. Don't want. I don't need that. So this is fucked off too. It was the same as Batu here is. So in this version I have it installed, in the other version I don't, and I have a downgraded version of that. None of this. I just haven't even had a look at it. None of this Willow Creek San Francisco bullshit. San Francisco with Willow Creek assets, like, you know what it reminds me of? That when people try to recreate a composition in Mario Paint with the Mario Paint sound font and a Mario Paint baby going like with pre-existing sounds, but it's a very complicated song with vocals and everything. They reduced that to the Mario Paint song, and you know, it's kind of cute that they able to do that. It's less cute when EA does it by recycling Willow Creek into a completely different sort of environment, reducing it to a meaty version of San Francisco or whatever this is, like a very crappy meaty. I think the Mario Paint thing is actually still more has a bit more artistic integrity. Right. So the other thing I did was break the size mod, and there was some new Zack lore, and interest absolutely no one. I will talk about it anyway. It's a bit hard to show the Zack lore because all we get now is portraits of these Sims that are way too big for their own avatars. They're just shoes and laces. I tuned up the value from what it was before, where it was tall as maybe 1.5 floor, which was already a bit of tweaking on my end, to maybe 10, maybe it was like 1.5. I set it to 10. Maybe it was 1 and I set it to 10, but I set it to 10, which makes them absolutely massive. I think they're a bit more than, they're not like 10 meters or something, they're like maybe 10 times the size, or, but I think the one was already a big size, so that was, so you will see why they're like that in the portals. I could tune it up even more, but I think that would just create a lot of camera issues for this purpose of showing something different on the stream. I thought it sufficed to just go with this value. As you can see, they're gonna be sticking through the ceilings and everything. Right here, they always keep their legs together like they're Naga. So yeah, this is their actual size compared to some chairs. I guess, again, it could be a lot more impressive, but so the animations are pretty fucked up, but when they pose, if I use a pose, they can be pretty cool. That's weird to have a finger sticking out of him. It's actually, it's so broken in this case that their arms are all the way folded behind them. So I don't get how a pose player, that is the camera breaking from the camera breaking, I think. I don't even know if this is related to, wait a second. Weird. The pose player is actually not like that. If I have a pose player pose, it is adjusted to the scale. I'm kind of weirded out by that the camera is going up so much. I don't recall that it did that before. The default camera now, I won't be using that too much. I think there's some... Okay, what's manifesting here, guys? That's right, it's a kitchen fire. We should definitely call... They should definitely be calling the fire department. It's not normal to have a kitchen fire localized in this part of the country like that. Or maybe it's just a chuchunya or vertical migration of plankton. Jesus Christ, that was... I need to watch some more of that. I haven't learned anything about steamed hams in a while. So, another change, and I'm sorry to say this while it looks so daft, is that I moved around the Sims a little bit here. Because this is not the same Zach as from the previous stream. This is the dad bro dad, I don't know what you say. The Zeddy Zach. But he mostly kept the same guys in his harem. The other one kind of traded them for now. I'll see how that works out. They kind of traded boys, except for this one. I figured this one is a bit hard to control for anyone less powerful than the supreme king of gods himself. The supreme demon deity. Unfortunately, the pets are not affected by the mod, so they're gonna have to... they're gonna be fading in the background a little bit. It's okay, they cannot be hurt. You cannot be accidentally stepped on. They literally will not be able to be stepped on because there are no collision physics there. So that will be alright, don't worry. The cat dragon is gonna be alright. It will just be a bit... it will be harder to actually feed him. Because I cannot see where the food bowl went. Amidst all these crutches and shoes. So one thing I wanted to do was make a screenshot, because this is a mess. You cannot play like this, right? So I'm going to take... It's not going to work. Or maybe he can go to work. Just quickly stump his work and then get rid of it. Well, I play around with his harem. The harem maybe I can actually make smaller. Like a normal size. He's also late for work. Well, that's fine. Everyone seems to have these shady night jobs. Oh yeah, they both work in that career track. That particular career track. Yeah, you have fun there. Why is he dressed like a chef for his criminal career? Is that actually what he's supposed to be doing? He's ascending to work. They're so chipper. Oh, he has the confident. He has like a confident walk. His hands are so small. I thought I adjusted the hand size, but something fucked with that. It's also just really hard to get hands. Even with the hands increased in size to the maximum, that is an extra slider that doesn't exist in the base game. Now it really looks like he just comes walking straight out of a kitchen fire. He's skipping and hopping so carefreely. His eyes also for... Oh, that is the same glitch that my Highlanders get when I grow them in Final Fantasy XIV, and their eyes get crossed-eyed. Don't know what that is about. It's very specific because in Final Fantasy XIV, the Final Fantasy XIV, there are not that many glitches related to increasing the skill, unless you go over like 1,000, then they just vanish. So let's see. I wanted to just see if I can. Well, I know this works. If I change their foot slider value to something more manageable, because it's related to the foot slider, how far the skill is increased. The minimum is, so let's say I put him at 10, and then he's a much more plausible height. Probably still quite a big guy, but oh yeah, he is. But we can at least see him on the floor. On what floor? We can see what floor he is. This guy is supposed to be a little bigger than him. Actually, let me check the canon a bit on that. Man, I'm gonna have to prepare for a class. That is energy I could be spending on you guys. Let's spend. I want to spend on this. Creative. God knows I lack energy. That bit of caffeine is not gonna work for too long. I'm just gonna be wasted on. Well, wasted. It's gonna be spent on people I get paid to teach, but. It's less fun. It's less fun. And also less fair because I'm way more passionate about this than I am about whatever else I'm doing that I get paid for. Only I get like paid for how passionate I am about something. That would make more sense. Such a world. How much effort I put in it. Like really? How is it that I don't put a fraction of the effort in another thing and I get paid for that? How much more? That's maybe like I won't say 1,000 times more, but like 500, 400 times a month. More? Crazy. Crazy? It's the other way around. It's the opposite world. So let me check the can. How big is he supposed to be? Because these guys have got a certain height, of course. So let's see if they are not a fixed height, but they got a relative height to each other. So I'm gonna check. This is Yaruk, who is the exotic stoic warrior, but also very, very loyal and clever. He's not a Dumbo. Some people like Dumbos. He's not your man. He's not gonna be your type of man. Oh, work-related meal. Good, that's good. Sorry, I was just like thinking. I was like, wait a second. Hold on, give me a second. There would be no rush in submitting quiz. I can check latest week too. Oh, this is me just divulging my secrets, my tricks of the trade. No, I'm just mailing some diplomatic response. Okay, I don't know yet. It's up in the air. Not 100% sure, certain, but now there are two people that said we prefer the quiz, which is like their job, not mine. It's something they can do tonight, and I will just later on, when it suits me, when I'm not streaming, check the quiz, give some feedback, give a grade that's not too, like, I'm not gonna count every point, but based on the overall impression, give a grade, give some feedback, and that I prefer that because I can work in my own time. I fucking hate appointments. That's the problem. I hate work that is based on do this at this time, no matter what. Technically, no, I'm not good with that. I'm not good with that with the stream, and I care about the stream, but you won't see me actually stream at the time I said I would stream. Most of the time, I said I'm gonna be on tonight, and it's gonna be the next morning, or like 6-7 hours later after I tweaked and tweaked every last detail and did some unrelated stuff so I can really focus on this stuff like that. I always postpone because I want this to be good. That's 2 out of 4. I'm gonna wait till Matthew. Which is one of the students. Which I guess is not doxing him because he has this, you know, it's a common name. Till he mails back. Once he does that, I can continue. Mails back, he says, I want the quiz. I can feel like, yes! Yes! Let's go! Back to this, to my real students, to my real disciples of the Brolympian pantheon. And instead of that, what's going on here on this screen? It's my Gmail bullshit. Gmail. Zoom. This is real work. OBS here. Restream over there. Twitch chat on the other side. That is my office. That is my kingdom. And the more I can focus on this, the better. Unless I need the money from that. Better. This monitor is good. This monitor can be. Oh, this monitor right now is the Sims 4. I guess that's. Depends on how you look at it. Better than the class, but worse than most options of what could be on there in terms of games. Alright, so we were changing their height in accordance with their canonical size, which will still break their animations, but I was looking up Yaruk. Was he bigger than Zach? Yeah, but not by a lot. Bigger than Zach. Zachary, not Zach. Zachary. Or Zach with CK. Difference. Because Zach with a K. That's not me, the blonde guy. It's not me. Zach with a K is the one that just left for work, which is a dodgy job. Yeah. There's a lot of Zachs. I can't help it. That's just a sacred name. So it's even in the Bible, I'm sure. So we have to say, is this, what part are we looking at here? Oh, the rim of his shoe. The rim of his shoe. I was thinking it was maybe his ass or something, but that would be upside down because his legs are here. I think it's actually, this is just all leg hair. This is the rim of his shoe. Oh god. Okay, we're gonna set the foot size to, what was the other? 12? Will be 14. gonna check one more time. What did I set for him again? Because I was going off on a rant. And checking my work. Doing 2 jobs at the same time, as always. That is definitely that fucking pi number at the end. I definitely did not set that, but sure. If maybe he grew. He grew a little bit. He's a growing boy, even though the game is paused. See, he's been eating something here. The animation at least is less broken than it was before. His is, on the other hand, sure. It's nicely camouflaged by the roof that he sticks right through it, huh? The camera, on the other hand, is definitely not feeling it tonight. He's not happy with these. Who are you? Oh, that's Shrieker. That is a big boy. So he's gonna get resized to 18. That's still pretty big. Let's say that it's like 17. Let's see what that does. Let's see what it does. Make has not random. Set. So let's go to 17.0. I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse because they, on one hand, they get these. Oh, I've always wondered, is this a good size where they can fuck off at that? Is this a good size where they can use it at twice the size of that thing? Why are they doing this? Why am I getting that? I don't like that whole. It makes no sense. Like that thing shifts based on what? On how you decorated the house. Like I'm going to fucking let my creativity be limited by that daft system. No. If disabled, neighborhood action plans and game objects will no longer affect the environment. So it is disabled. What part about that don't you get? I hope it's not a consequence of the double installation I have, that there's no options file or something. Let me check. Oh, can I increase his head size somehow, like with this, without having to go into CAS? Because Lux was right, it's a bit small. The bigger he gets, the more it feels too small. No. No, and I cannot currently adjust it either. It's fine like this. So let's line them all up. So we get a good look at how much like of difference between size 10 and size 18 makes. Because I'm curious about that. Already past 5? Well, 2 people mailed, 1 people abstained, and 1 people said I want the class. 2 people were like, no, don't want the class. Who would I be to reject the majority opinion of those that voted? So I'm going to do that in a moment. Work. I'm gonna literally work, but not start a class because people said I prefer the quiz. So they assume now it's time that they will get a quiz and they don't need to show up. So that's what I'll be doing. Give me a second. Gotta be quick. Gotta be quick. Hold on.
Yes, this is happening.
Oh, I like the gasp. I never really quite heard that because it never been quiet when the alert went off. It's like, yes, this is happening. I love that. Good. Good job, me. So in a moment, I will be lining them up. And we'll see the height difference. But for now, I need to answer a mail. Just give me a moment. I think I'll start up the class. Because I think 1 or 2 people may show up, and I'll have to tell them, sorry, the people have spoken. All right, just give. I don't know how long it will take, but